The minutes. Read.
The regular monthly meeting of the Franklin Town Board was called to order at 7:35 by Supervisor Jeff Taggart. Present were Jeff Taggart, Garrett Sitz, David Grant, Donnie Smith, Dwight Bruno, Mark Lang, and Paul Warner. The minutes were read from the January 2nd, 2018 meeting. David Grant made a motion to accept the minutes with the correction that should read 1999. Is that correct, full Tom Wheeler?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
wasn't sure on the year. Garrett seconded the motion and all agreed. The Kellogg Trust had a meeting to move some of their monies to CDs because that's not so risky. Wayne Reynolds from Delaware County Public Works was here to let us know how to proceed with a road abandonment. Mark Lang reported that there is CHIPS carryover of $58,000. The library has sent their financial report to the town board. The Department of Health has not received all of the reports from Treadwell Water District. Jeff will contact them to make sure they're sent. Coalition of Watershed dues for this year are $500. The Village of Franklin has acquired a parcel at the end of Water Street. They are asking the town to forgive the town and county taxes for this year. Jeff will talk to Tom Briggs to get more information. The town needs to do audits for the town financial records. Donnie and Dwight will do this audit. The planning board is looking into a boundary line adjustment on Demond Road. With nothing further to come before the board, Garrett made a motion to adjourn the meeting. David Grant seconded the motion and all agreed.
Any additions or corrections? Okay. Do I have a motion?
I will accept the minutes as read.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Okay. So Mike's not gonna be here tonight?
No,
He's rested
Jamie,
up?
yeah, he's away, he's in Wisconsin. Jamie will be here in a while, he's had his dinner at the school, and he'll be there.
Yep. I guess I'll jump right into the hot topic at the planning board. I got a phone call must have been Wednesday probably, it was, from a lady, Angela Moore, from down toward the city. They would like to have quite a party, a concert on Bennett Hollow at Gary Kagan's property, which is the old McTighe place. And we are planning to accommodating 600 to 700 guests for a 2-day world and ambient music event. We are curious to know what the village's concerns are. Of course, it should be the towns, not the villages. Concerns are and how we make this as low impact as possible on the immediate area near the Kagans. Jeff so kindly said he would bring the topic to the attention of the planning board, and I will follow up with him at the end of next week. We look forward to hearing what, if any, of your concerns would be regarding this event. So that's and there's Dawn got the email today, or brought.
And then those are for the
This is-
emails
yep,
that we got today.
that we've got today. I called Teddy Story and told her about the situation, and because we discussed it at the planning board meeting, the zoning controls some of this stuff, and they're not really sure that it would be allowed anyway. It's this size of group, and when I talked to her back like last Wednesday, she was gonna apply for a temporary beer license and stuff too, so you could sell beer and such as that, and I'm not sure how that fit in a dry town, but it's something that's come up that is got the planning board's attention, there's no doubt. And this is probably the first time the town board has heard about it, except for myself and Dawn. So I've got letters here from Teddy to Mark Jacobs, and Manuel from the county planning board. He's, got in on it too. So if anybody would like to look at these or read these are more than welcome to look them over, because I don't want to read them. But that's one of the interesting things that was discussed at the planning board. So, I think probably the next thing we'll do is get a resolution from the, I would think from probably the two auditors of the town books. Dwight and Donnie Smith, they were appointed to the audit committee for the town books, for Paul's books. And they can report on it, I guess.
Go ahead. Well, we reviewed figures that Paul gave us and the routine they used to put the,
Suggested by the state.
right, suggested by the state, put the figures together. And we randomly went through and asked for summary of certain areas and certain components of it. And it looked good. I mean, everything that we asked for, Paul was able to provide for us, and checked some stuff balanced and,
Right. And these were guidelines that the state gave you a checklist to go
that's right.
through.
Yes,
That's what.
that, yep. We had a,
So it was,
yeah.
We had a question here at the end that we had to address.
so is there any questions from the citizens, taxpayers about it? If not, I guess we'd be open to a resolution stating that the audit was done on the town books in February, right? We wanted,
Yeah, it was 2/14, 18 was the
Valentine's
date.
Day to boot. Jeez. And I guess that's, we have somebody to make the motion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, we have a second?
I'll second it.
Any questions? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Carry. Okay. And we do have other audits we're gonna have, take care of now, first part of the year instead of, we just did the court in the fall, I think, but got a letter from Gary Arndt saying his records are available and they'd like to have them done the first quarter of the year, I guess, the audit, so we'll, I guess we'll be up to whoever would like to be in on that. I know you've got a check-off list too for that, Paul, for the,
Yeah, there's a
Okay.
checklist for
That's
that,
for that,
everybody,
yeah.
yeah.
yep.
I think we
Whoever
did
does
that
it.
last year, didn't we?
Dwight and I
You
did it back in August, September.
Yeah, it's,
We just did the resolution in January, but we did say we did it in
Right.
August, so we gotta do it again. So, I mean, I'd be more than willing to, Dwight would be interested?
sure.
Okay. And we'll get ahold of Gary or Jan probably. And get what records we need, and we'll get the check off list from you, Paul. Okay? Okay, well, Jamie, how was dinner?
Good.
Good, okay. We'll let you bring us up to date.
First thing we got is resolutions for BB Road.
Okay.
I don't know if you've gotten a copy of this at all.
No.
This, Dawn, you might as well take this. You're gonna have to copy this over and put it on our letterhead and stamp it and make spots for everybody to sign and stuff, but I'll pass that over.
That was brought up was it last month? When
Yeah.
was it the town board meeting about that?
This is the next step that we have to do
Yep.
before you can send out notices to anybody affected.
Right.
And then there's certain timelines that it's all gotta be
Do
done
I
within.
need to do I need to send that to anybody, or I
No.
just need to get it?
You need to get that on our letterhead, and then Jeff
Okay.
needs to sign it.
Sign it, and we'll take
You
it,
need
send
to
it back.
stamp it, and
Okay.
We'll send it back to.
We have to pass it tonight.
you have to pass it,
Yeah,
yes.
pass.
Pass it.
Yep.
Should we read it out loud? No, all right, as long as you're willing.
Qualified abandonment of a portion of Beebe Road and all of Demond Road in the town of Franklin. Whereas it appears to the town superintendent of highways and the town board that a portion of Beebe Road as described herein and all of Demond Road in the town of Franklin have not become wholly disused, but that they have not for 2 years next previous thereto, oh my God, been usually traveled along the greater part thereof by more than 2 vehicles daily, in addition to pedestrians and persons on horseback. And whereas it appears to the town superintendent of highways that neither highway has not during the months of June to September inclusive of the 2 years next previous thereto, been usually traveled along the greater part thereof by more than 10 pedestrians daily. And whereas that portion of Beebe Road to be qualified abandoned is described as a portion of the certain town highway known as Beebe Road in the town of Franklin, Delaware County, New York, extending from the southern boundary of the Leslie Dow property, approximately 3/4 of a mile south of the intersection of Beebe Road with Bowers Road, and extending in a southerly direction approximately 3/4 of a mile to the Franklin-Walton town line, through and or along premises of Care Dumont Limited, Shalom Rubinov, and Stephen Gravenstead in the said town. And whereas Dumont Road is described as all of a certain town highway known as Dumont Road in the town of Franklin in Delaware County, New York, extending from the intersection of Dumont Road with Beebe Road and proceeding in a southerly direction approximately a half a mile to the Sydney town line, through and or along premise of Care Dumont Limited and Shalom Rubinov in said town. Whereas New York State Highway Law, Section 205, provides for a qualified abandonment of highways meeting the above described conditions, and whereas the town superintendent of highways and the town board have determined that it would be in the best interest of the town to propose a qualified abandonment of the roads as described. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board herein authorizes the town clerk to forward this resolution to the Delaware County Superintendent of Highways with a request to proceed with the process pursuant to New York State Highway Law, Section 205.
You did again.
Thank you.
Did you not get that first word?
Thank you, Don. So we've got to pass a resolution in favor of the road abandonment. Does everybody understand what we're proposing? County Okay, if there's no questions, is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Oh, I will.
I'll
Oh,
second
don't
it.
worry. Oh, sorry.
Garrett made the motion,
Okay.
and Dave seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Carried. Thank you. And now, another, okay, Jamie, keep going.
I got a couple
I'm sorry.
things.
Yep.
All right.
I was gonna cut him short.
Yeah. Mark got a price for a truck body, service body we spoke about, that he had spoke
I heard.
about a while ago.
Yeah.
That's the only quote he has right now. It's kind of a general, because we didn't know exactly what we wanted. So we had him break the quote down, options all out. So the quote there looks very expensive, but it's, if you read through it, it's about half of what the total is. So I called the company today. That truck body, we had it fitted, or would be fitted for the F-350 that Mark drives.
Is that heavy enough for, I
Yeah.
know that's what White say, they
Yeah,
got them on
it is.
3/4 or 1 tons.
But I called the company today to see if that body, if we were to, say, buy a Chevy, buy a Dodge down the road,
right.
single wheeled,
Right, right.
would it fit over onto that? And he said it would. With today's specs, unless like one of the companies changed
Change
frame
the frame,
designs,
right,
it
okay.
will fit.
It will,
So,
could fit more than one,
yep.
one truck. Uh-huh.
If that was an option, we could go for like that, where we could break down exactly what we wanted. The
Right.
guy can give us a more exact quote, and probably get us quotes from a couple other companies too.
Oh, okay.
So, F-350.
Okay, what else we got, Jamie?
Next month, we're gonna have bids. It'll go out, and Mark will take care of all that. He normally
Yep.
does the same normal bids, nothing new. So we'll open them up next month. We would like to run a broom again, same like the month of April, so
Right,
if we can get a, I don't know if we need a resolution to go ahead. Same company we've been getting them from, same price, so nothing has changed. Yep.
yep.
Rent a broom for April,
Yeah. Weather,
Just April.
wet, yeah,
weather pending.
weather pending, so I mean,
Rainy weather's good, because it'll wash the road better, sweep it better.
if the snow decides to stop, you know, we'll get it a week earlier. If not, it'll be a week later.
Right, right.
Whatever.
I'll second it.
Dave seconded.
And then, one more thing. and
Okay.
Then I'm done, so. Mark also would like to try and run a or a boom tractor like we did last year for a month. I've got a couple different prices. The company we rented from last year is no longer available. They sold it. They don't have any more than that.
Oh, they don't?
Nope. Tracy Road Equipment was 6,100. Stevenson Equipment was 56. Those are the only two companies that I could get a hold of.
Are they
that actually-
comparable machines?
Brand new, yep, same machine.
Same machine,
Yep,
so.
identical. It's actually the same tractor that we had last year.
Oh.
Same model, size, everything.
Right,
I believe one's got an Alamo head, one's got a diamond, which there's not a whole lot of difference in those.
right. But one's $500 cheaper than the other one.
Yes, yep. No trucking with either company.
Either one.
No, they, for an amount, they will find somebody for us,
Oh,
but
okay.
it would be a lot more expensive than what we could probably do it
Yourself.
ourselves. Yep. One would be in Kirkwood, one's up in Syracuse. So, the cheaper one's in Syracuse,
Oh,
farther
of
away,
course, but extra hour,
yeah, it's not that bad.
right, right. Okay, well, we've got a motion for the broom, rent the broom for the month of April. And there was a motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Carried.
That's for the broom.
That's for the broom.
Broom, yeah.
Broom, yeah.
I got the broom, not
Oh.
for the broom.
Okay, now for the bushwhacker.
You want that for a month also?
Yes,
We got the money to do it.
You need that for April?
that's what I was looking for, to get it,
Get it early.
as long as it's, right now they're available.
Right.
We wait too much longer, they might not be the meat snatched up.
I
but-
Now,
lost
they
it.
pay everything on that, like if anything breaks on that, they pay for it, correct?
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
because you had a lot of troubles with
We-
the one last year.
Yep, and we got more time allotted for that. They paid for the parts and stuff, and,
Right,
you know, we traded stuff back and forth, so that worked out. On these, you buy a brand new set of blades when you get it. So, or it comes with a new set of blades, you buy a new set when it
So
goes back.
it leaves.
Yep,
Well, same
That's
thing with a
part of
grader.
that 60.
that's in that price I gave you, so.
That's the same thing as a grader, you put a new cutting
Yep.
edge on.
Yep, same thing,
So, the wear points.
yes, yep.
Yep.
I don't expect to have
And I
any
would-
of the issues
I
that we
would
had
think-
last year with these, because these are brand new. Machines, so-
160-100, the same machine as 5600
5,600, yep.
at the other place, so I think it's, 5600 sounds like the right one.
And they both seem to be reputable companies, so I mean, should be no issues with them, so.
Well, no, there was Stevens was the one.
Stevenson,
Stevenson was the cheaper one.
yes,
What was the other one?
Tracy.
Tracy, you've dealt with Tracy
Yep.
on equipment and stuff, where Stevenson must be a new,
No, they've been around, we just, they've
Haven't-
never
okay.
had the prices
Okay.
when we needed something to get a bid on something, so.
So we need a resolution to that fact too. So
Make
you
a
want that
motion.
for April also?
Yeah.
Okay. Dave made the motion,
I'll second.
Dwight seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Okay.
And the truck body, do you want us to
Oh,
proceed and kind of break it down a little more and have them get 3 quotes?
I would, proceed,
This is gonna be like a service truck, you're gonna
Yes,
put
service
oil,
body. Yep.
tools,
Yep,
oil, all that stuff, fuel.
Eventually probably get an air compressor, we have a welder we can put on it now, so.
Does that company in Oxford build these? They build all those other types of boxes, do you know?
I don't think they build them, I think they can buy them from somebody else.
Because I know they build a lot of dump boxes and that kind of stuff for different trucks and
Yep.
such not.
Yeah.
That's why I wondered.
Yeah, these guys have a mess of them piled up right there, I mean,
On the yard.
yep. Aluminum,
It's aluminum?
yes.
Okay. So is that it, Jim?
That's it.
Jamie? Okay. Okay. The other thing we have to take on is we need another member for the Board of Assessment Review because William Young passed away in the fire. About 3 months ago?
During deer season.
Oh, deer season, that was back November. Yeah. So, we need a member for the, do you have anybody, any ideas? You know, we need to get position filled, right, Pete?
Yeah, right.
Because he was a chairman too of the
Yeah.
planning, the Board of Assessment Review.
Oh, Tom.
And it's Pete Nero, Tom Collier, and we need a third person. So if you have anybody that has any interest in it, let us know and we'll go forward. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything? As I said at the planning board, the discussion was about the proposed party. So that's basically what they were supposed to have some other business, but nobody showed up for it. Okay, change the description of the water system in Treadwell. Remember that, Paul, when they were there? That's what that is. Yep.
Yeah, the name's on, I had to keep that on file or for the water district needed it.
Now, do we want to do the benchmarking resolution? Okay, for the... What's that one? You don't have a resolution with you? I've been talking with Tara about the audit and stuff like that, and that's, the town is paying, it says municipal on the bills, but it's gotta be a commercial meter to get the energy audit done by that, well, the service that was gonna do the energy audit. And they said, because they couldn't find the bill, and I said, they could only find one bill, and that was a cell tower bill. And I said, geez, we got 3 or 4, 2 or 3 meters there, and how can there not be an address? Well, why it wasn't being caught was because we're actually paying residential rate, is what's happening, and the man from, pardon?
Is that good or bad?
That's good. That's good. Because the man I talked to about the audit, he says, geez, give me some idea, and he says, he was wondering if there's a few municipalities in the state or whatever that have been grandfathered or whatever. And he says he probably wouldn't shake the tree too much because we're better off paying a residential rate than a commercial rate.
I'm amazed NICEAG hasn't found it.
Well, it says municipal on the bill.
It does say,
We did get a letter from NICEAG about municipal
right, Yep.
funding available for municipal and school districts.
Right.
So that just came.
So that just came.
So
that's-
we might
gotta
be,
look over.
we might be eligible for that
Right, right.
rather than the
And there's
commercial.
NYSERDA too that you can, you know, and that's where Paul gave you the card for a guy out of Afton. Eastern Energy Solutions, and that's for, you know, energy service lighting specialist. So we'll talk to him and see if there's, you know, NYSERDA's got programs, that may not be as good, but,
The cost up on top,
You know,
gotta be
it's,
the cost roughly.
yeah, looking
for just
forward,
the box.
but that seems to be a,
That's all
I don't know
options.
whether-
Yep.
Tara hasn't got back to me, she was supposed to rattle her chain, get some more definite answer, and
Okay, so I've talked to her too.
well, Dawn got email from her, she was gonna be here tonight, but then something else came up. And,
That could be done
So-
afterwards, so.
Right, you can add it.
Yep.
So that's specific, you talked about the benchmarking part of it, so you don't want to shake that tree right now.
well, no, that isn't the benchmarking part, the benchmark, that was, you know, for your energy savings, so you can, you know,
Oh, the lights.
get to another,
Yes.
for the, you know,
10%
meet
reduction.
a 10% reduction in it.
Okay.
The benchmarking, I guess, is, you know, Dawn doesn't have the revamped resolution, but she's got it pretty much put together. And I don't know whether we'd like to adopt the proposed resolution, benchmarking resolution. And just so it gets, you know, going further.
In terms of the Ford, Jeff, basically the unified solar permit, that's in the
Right.
bag.
Yep,
Code officer, they haven't scheduled a
The
training.
training, I got an email and it's looking like it's not gonna be till April.
Well,
March,
still, at
late
least-
March or
at least
April.
We're
there might
still
be one.
looking.
Good.
There might be one, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know if we'll get enough done in
Okay.
time to get any of the grants at this point. That's the,
Well, that's the issue, like, last I talked to Tara, there's only 6 grants left.
yeah,
right,
And 16 towns, Franklin included. look
Right.
at it. Yeah.
right. Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
they haven't done us any favors by helping.
no.
no, teasing, maybe they're just teasing, I'm not sure. But, I would entertain a resolution to adopt the benchmarking, proposal, resolution. So we get that, go forward with that at least, one more step.
What is the resolution? I forgot what.
Well, it's just for,
Just that we'll have, we'll,
keep track of the electric bills
Right.
over, I think,
so that we can show we're actually
previous year,
saving.
which I think we've got the figures,
Get forward.
but then just yearly keep updating them to see if we have got an energy savings, or how our usage is up or down, or whatever. And that basically, you know, if you get some of these, you know, energy efficient lighting and stuff like that, it should help on the electric bill.
Who tracks it? Is that?
Well, it's just, well, he's got, you know, it's just the bills is all you're gonna,
Is that the only thing we have to worry about tracking, or are they gonna worry about us
It's-
tracking other stuff?
I think it was just the electric bills and
Yeah.
stuff, if I'm not mistaken. You know, which we, not that we track the electric bills, but I think if you look at them in the thing there, we are paying, it's something that we should look at.